Yo, it's Moodboy, welcome to this new video. Today we're gonna look at two different plugins, Nectar 4 and Ozone 11, both made by iZotope. Nectar is for mixing vocals and Ozone is for mastering. Both of them are AI-powered plugins. It basically means that it's going to mix and master your track according to your audio signal, according to your song. In this video, I'm going to try and review both plugins. I hope you're gonna like it. Let's get started. I'm going to mix and master this song from CS Fresh and Lost Petal. It's called Time Again. Let's listen to a preview.
Time and time and time and time again.
So it's time again, I rewind again, I rethink, changing my mind again.
First of all, let's try the plugin on the singing vocals. The first two plugins are just for pitch correction, so I have Melodyne and Autotune. And after that, let's try Nectar to mix this vocal. I click here to have the AI mix. It's quite fast. Let's do a before and after.
No one said it'd be easy. I know I have to make it worth it. No one said it'd be easy. I know I have to make it worth it.
Let's look at the interface. So first of all, you can adjust here the EQ.
No one said it'd be easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in.
Here you can adjust the amount of compression.
I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
This is where you have the reverb, delay and modulation.
I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
And finally, you can have some double vocals. For example, you can put it an octave lower.
I'm sitting with my only thoughts and
Then you also have this option.
I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Time and time and time and time again.
That can be quite useful. Let's now try the plugin on the rapping vocals.
But I'm feeling a 10, I can wait and wait, but with the patience. And I never said it'd be perfect.
Here the octave can work better.
A 10, I can wait and wait, but with the patience. And I never said it'd be perfect. You're worth it, found what I need all this time.
Let's now listen to the mix made by the plugin without tweaking anything.
In real life, no time to play pretend. So time and time and time and time again.
So it's time again, I rewind again, I rethink, changing my mind again.
I'm gonna show you some of the main features of the plugin. First of all, here you can really tweak every effect. So for example, here we can change the EQ setting. Here we can change the de-esser, the compressor, and so on. We also have this new feature called Auto Level. And for me, it's a bit like the equivalent of Vocal Rider by Waves. If you don't know about it, it's a way to avoid the artifacts of compressor by just changing the volume of the vocals. You also have an option to tame the noises. This is useful to clean your vocals. Here you can turn on and off the effects and also adjust the mix.
Friend, I do this shit in real life, no time to play pretend.
With the EQ you can listen to specific frequencies.
Only thoughts and I'm my only friend. I do this shit.
I'm not fully happy with the EQ setting. I would cut a bit here.
Friend, I do this shit in real life, no time to play pretend.
You can also do some dynamic EQ if you want to.
In real life, no time to play pretend.
It's something you could use if you like it. Of course, you can adjust all your effects. So, for example, you have different types of compressors. You can go on digital, vintage, opto, or solid state. Then you can add some modulation.
In real life, no time to play pretend. So, time and time and time and time again.
You also have this feature that I don't really use.
So, time and time and time and time again. In real life, no time to play pretend.
Here I'd need to spend more time to find the proper harmonies. Lastly, you also have some saturation.
In real life, no time to play pretend. So, time and time and time and time.
For this EQ, I would change a few things. Firstly, I would cut the low frequencies and boost the highs.
Time again, I rewind again, I rethink, changing my mind again. Let's go for a trip out on a ride again.
This way the vocals are more upfront. You could also do the same thing on the other vocals.
In real life, no time to play pretend.
Let's add the dub vocals.
I rethink, changing my mind again.
This time I'm gonna use a preset. I'm gonna show you some of the presets.
Time again, I rewind again. I rethink, out on a ride again. And then we find again. I rewind again. I rewind again.
I'm gonna go with this one and change a bit the settings.
I rewind again.
Let's cut the delay.
I rewind again.
I turn down the saturation.
I rewind again.
And change a bit the EQ.
Rewind again. I rewind again.
On top of that, I'm just going to add Imager, which is a free plugin, I think. And I'm gonna push the vocals on the sides.
Mind again. Out on a ride again.
Let's listen to both vocals together.
Then we get the same since then. Bridges burn, tables turn from boys into men.
And this is how it sounds if you mix vocals using only Nectar 4.
In real life, no time to play pretend. So time and time and time and time again.
So it's time again, I rewind again. I rethink, changing my mind again.
Let's now move on to the mastering. It's a very straightforward plugin. You just need to play your song at the loudest part.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
The first thing you can do is to change the style.
Easy. I know I have to work it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Time and time and time and time again.
For this song, I'm gonna go with the R&B and soul setting. I think it sounds a bit warmer.
I'm sitting with my only thoughts and
I'm gonna keep those settings here and I'm gonna change the settings of Imager. I basically want to have all the bass frequencies in mono, so this way they are in the center of my mix. I want this pretty much in the middle.
easy. I know I have to make it worth it.
And for the high frequencies, I like to open it. Something like that, it sounds good. I'm not gonna show you every single features of this plugin, but let me show you the new ones. So we have clarity, which is pretty amazing, I think.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
As you guessed it, it brings some clarity in your mastering. It really opens up your song and make it sound clearer. Stabilizer is very good in my opinion.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in.
Finally, we have Maximizer, which is going to give us the final output level. There are two things I don't like about it. Firstly, we want to change the output level. I'm gonna put it on -1 because it's what's recommended for streaming platforms. I'm also gonna set it to true peak.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it.
The second thing is the LUFS values. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a loudness value. Usually it's recommended that your loudness output is -14. So -9.5 is a bit too loud if you want to. And the problem is when you upload your song on Spotify, it's going to bring down the volume and therefore you're going to lose some dynamic range in your track and potentially use in quality. I'm going to set it to -14 LUFS. Some people recommend -11. There's no definite answer to that question, but I'm going to set it here to -14. This is a very useful feature. You can just click on Learn and it's going to set your target level.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
As you can see, it changed the gain. You also have a clipper included. A clipper can give the impression that your track is louder, but be careful with it, otherwise you're gonna have some distortion.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
You also have some other modules. For example, this one's pretty cool and it's new. It's called Master Rebalance. And this way, if you just have a wave file, you can basically boost or turn down your vocals, for example.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
It's really amazing. Of course, the best way possible would be to change the mix, but you know, sometimes it's not possible. So this is a very good option.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
you can't really hear any artifacts. I think it works very well. The last module I'm gonna show you is called Spectral Shaper, and it can be very useful to tame down some harsh frequencies.
Easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Again, be very careful if you use it because you don't want to ruin your mastering. You're just gonna have to be subtle with it. Here I'm gonna use the master rebalance to turn down the drums a little bit. I think the rim shot is very loud and I can't turn it down because I only have one wave file. I'm gonna put the plugin directly on the track where I have my beat.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Time and time and time and time.
I'm also gonna use Spectral Shaper to try to tame it. It's subtle, but it makes a difference. Let's A/B it. Very cool, it sounds cleaner like that. That's it for today. We looked at how to mix vocals and how to master your track with iZotope, Nectar and Ozone. I hope you liked it, and in a minute we're gonna listen to the song. Let me know what you think of the plugins in the comments of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to hit the like button to support me. I'll see you very soon for a new tutorial. Stay tuned, take care, bye bye.
No one said it'd be easy. I know I have to make it worth it. I know I have to put the work in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Time and time and time and time again. I'm sitting with my only thoughts and I'm my only friend. I do this shit in real life, no time to play pretend. So time and time and time and time again.
So it's time again, I rewind again, I rethink, changing my mind again. Let's go for a trip out on a ride again. We break up, fall out and then we find again. It's changed since then, we ain't the same since then. Bridges burn, tables turn from boys into men. I'm looking like a 5 but I'm feeling a 10. I can wait and wait but with the patience and I never said it'd be perfect, you're worth it. Found what I need all this time, I've been searching and searching. Deep in my soul, not a scratch on the surface. So where it goes now, I gotta reset.